Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. Brothers are bringing more than their passports to the Philippines, and not everyone's happy about it. The BBC is invading the country with rave reviews. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the BBC in the room. Let's bring all the skeletons out of the closet today. Y'all know I'm going to give you the nitty gritty. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. More and more women here are choosing to come to the dark side. I know what y'all heard. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. They can't seem to get enough of the blackberry juice. But this ain't nothing new. David Fagan introduced the BBC to the Philippines in 1899. Go look it up if you don't believe me. He was a 21-year-old black Buffalo soldier. And it's been an open secret ever since. But it's reemerged with a vengeance post-pandemic. And it's causing quite a stir over here. See, the biggest problem is there's not enough BBC to go around. It's in demand, ladies and gentlemen. Everywhere I go, people ask my woman the same two questions. Is it true? And can you handle? And she answers them the same way every time. Her smile says it all. Well, I thought women over here don't like the BBC. Well, as an unofficial representative of the BBC, I have to agree with you. You're right. They don't like it. They love it. And once they get their hands on it, they can't let it go. Now all her friends want a BBC so they can have one in their trophy case. But there's a problem. There's not enough to go around. So a lot of women, they'll settle for a no BBC. That's a smaller model until the original BBC becomes available. Listen to me, man. But you're just pulling our legs, Sunshine Shoulders. You're lying. It's not true. I wish I was. It's an unspoken desire, man, that dwells in the eyes of every woman over here who's ever had a fantasy about a BBC. Well, I thought they were afraid of it. Curiosity killed the cat. If there was ever a time that they were running from it, now they're running to it. It's the forbidden fruit. A lot of women over here, they'll tell you it's like getting on a plane for the first time. You're nervous. You don't know what to expect. But once they slam that door shut and the plane takes off, you have no choice but to sit back and enjoy the ride. Or enjoy the BBC. Well, what about the no BBC? Is there any love for them here? Well, you'd have to speak to their representative. I represent the BBC. But I can say this. The BBC is a tough act to follow. Because once a woman has had her imagination stretched by BBC, it'll never return to its original shape again. Brothers are bringing more than their passports to the Philippines, but not everybody's happy about it. So what? The women over here love it. They can't seem to get enough of it. Once they get their hands on it, they don't want to let it go. Then all their friends want a BBC that they can hang their hat on. Pun intended. But I thought they were afraid of the BBC. Curiosity killed the cat. If there was ever a time that women here were running from the BBC, now they're running to it. It's the forbidden fruit. Well, I thought they didn't like the BBC over here. Well, I have to agree with you. You're right. They don't like it. They've fallen in love with it. But there's not enough to go around. And that's why the BBC is in demand. Oh, but Sunshine Shoulders, you're pulling our leg. You're lying. It's not true. I wish I was. It's an unspoken desire that dwells in the eye of every woman over here who's ever had a fantasy about a BBC. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm telling you exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, and what I'm experiencing. There's an elephant in the room that a lot of people are uncomfortable talking about. A lot of these women have a skeleton in their closet. Or should I say a BBC in their closet. And more of them, they're choosing to come to the dark side, man. Ever since David Fagan introduced the BBC to the Philippines in 1899, it's been an open secret. But it's reemerged with a vengeance post-pandemic, and it's causing quite a stir over here. Age don't matter. If you got the BBC, they want it. Looks don't matter. You bring the BBC over here. The no BBC, the only way he can compete with you is with his wallet. And that's why they're spending more and more money, because that's his only chance of winning the girl from you. He's got to go broke. He's got to go bankrupt. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. I know y'all don't want to hear the truth, but I'm going to give you the truth. The BBC is invading the Philippines, and not everyone is happy about it. I know you've heard all the stuff about, oh, they don't like the BBC. They like this. They like that. Or the other. No. It's the forbidden fruit, ladies and gentlemen. It's the end thing. It's what's hip. Every woman over here wants a BBC that she can hang her hat on. She wants that trophy to parade around so they can ask her those same two questions that they asked my woman. Is it true? And can you handle? So if you're in America, it's getting late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. But if you don't want them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, you're just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break, you see somebody out in the street, or wherever you see them, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars, if it's not going to put your life in jeopardy. It's the holiday season. If you're in the Philippines, it's early. There's no excuse for you not to help somebody over here, especially if you're over here on my dime. It's not a day goes by that I don't help somebody. We're going to spin that wheel 10 times, and I know y'all tired of me saying it, but I'm really excited about it. We're going to change 10 families' lives on Friday, December the 22nd. We're going to award 5,000 pesos to each winner. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. See you next time.